Folks, we just got the reveal trailer for Season 2 of Street Fighter 6, and they went all out. They revealed all 4 characters. Yes, there are going to be 4 characters this season, same as last season. So let's take a look and see what they have in store for us. I've already been spoiled on who the characters are, but let's check out the trailer and see how crazy it is. Look, we got anime. This isn't like World Tour mode, you know, CG. This is anime cutscenes, which I'm really hyped for. All right, Luke and Jay. Yo, this is the moment that you know something is up. It's Terry Bogard. And look, it's the Street Fighter 6 font. So you know it's real, bro. Terry Bogard and Mai Shirunai in Street Fighter? Is this a prank? Like, I wasn't sure when I saw these names if it was real. I was like, there's no way. And we got Elena? No. The villain? The villain of Ultra SF4? Is that it? That ain't it. It's Bison, baby. The dictator? Oh my god. Bison, Terry, Elena, and Mai. And Bison's gonna be first. Bro, can you believe we are getting the Capcom SNK crossover? It's actually happening. So yeah, there's not really much to talk about in terms of analyzing the characters. So what I want to do is I want to show you some examples of these characters in previous games, so maybe we can theory craft a little bit how we think they might play in Street Fighter 6. So, you know, obviously the last Capcom game where, you know, you could fight as Terry and Mai was Capcom versus SNK 2. I mean, we're going all the way back. That's crazy, bro. So, you know, as opposed to the SNK games, of course, in these games, everyone has 6 buttons, which is obviously what's going to happen in Street Fighter 6 as well. Terry is actually low-key pretty good in this game. Like, his special moves are pretty annoying, especially Crack Shoot. Like, from range, this move is just a major scrub killer. He's got decent, you know, anti-air, rising tackle. His 3 heavy punch is a good anti-air as well. He has some really good pokes, down heavy punch. So, you know, based on this, I think I would expect Terry in, like, a Street Fighter game to play, you know, similar to the Shotos, but maybe with a little bit more, like, forward-moving, aggressive special moves. That's kind of the way SNK characters are designed in general, is a little more aggressive than Street Fighter. In King of Fighters 15, Terry is kind of meant to be like an easy-to-pick-up, fairly straightforward character, similar to like Ryu or Ken. But the thing about Terry in this game is, like, he is really famous for his crazy damage. Like, you can just land a stray special move, and if you have a ton of meter, you can confirm it into like absolutely massive damage. So, you know, I imagine that's going to be the direction that we're going to see Terry go in Street Fighter 6, which it just even sounds crazy saying it, Terry in Street Fighter 6. But I imagine they're going to want him to be kind of an all-around type character that new players can pick up quickly, but the type of character who is very, very dangerous in the right hands and can just completely blow you up if he gets a good hit off. Mai is actually pretty strong in CVS 2 as well. You know, the SNK characters have a bit of a reputation of being not as good as the Capcom characters in this game, but Terry and Mai are some of the more solid ones. Mai, in this game, is very much like a defensive zoning character. Her fireball is like ridiculously annoying, and she can burn up enemy fireballs as well, so it's hard to play fireball wars with her. And her super can like punish a lot of stuff, and her super can be confirmed into really easily. So yeah, you know, in general, she is a defensive runaway character in this game, but I don't think that's what they're gonna do with her in SF6. She definitely has a great fireball in KOF 15 as well. It's really, really annoying in general to deal with for opponents, and the EX version has a second hit, so it would be cool if they carried that over into SF6. She also has some tricky and useful normals. You know, her down forward heavy kick slide is really nice for going under stuff. I could see that being applied to SF6 as well, maybe similar to a character like Kimberly. She also has a pretty unique thing about her in 15, which is that she can cross up opponents easily with her short hop. So this can be really, really annoying, and you can set up, you know, all kinds of nonsense into combos that way. So I don't know what they're going to do about short hops in 6. You know, they might just not exist at all, but it would be really cool if somehow they incorporate that mechanic into these, you know, SNK characters who are coming in as guest characters. If we could somehow see short hop as a character-specific mechanic without making it too overpowered, I think that would be really cool. I don't know. And then, of course, we have Elena. So, you know, Elena in Street Fighter 4 is pretty infamous, right? I talked about this character in my last video about the best characters in every Street Fighter game, where I argued that she is the best character in Ultra Street Fighter 4. That is, of course, up for debate. She's generally somewhere in that conversation, although there are other characters who could be argued to be stronger than her, but she's definitely one of the most annoying characters in the game. A lot of people really, really hate Elena. You know, she has these extremely long and annoying normals to deal with. She has really, really strong link combos, which is a really powerful thing to have in Street Fighter 4. She can chip away at you with like a million different overheads, and some of them she can even combo off of. And of course, she has healing, which is one of the most notorious mechanics, I think, in Ultra Street Fighter 4, where, you know, as she takes damage, she fills up her ultra meter, and then you spend that ultra meter to regenerate life, which lets you take more damage to get more ultra, and it makes her just feel like you have to deal way more damage to Elena to win than you would against a normal character. So yeah, she's definitely villainous in this game, but I have to imagine that she will be largely reworked in 6. First of all, you know, stuff like linking off jabs in this way is not really a thing in 6. We're not going to be doing the level of insane combos that she can get off of a light punch outside of drive rush situations, but also the scaling on stuff like that was just nerfed in SF6 even more. So anyway, I don't really think that's going to be as much of a thing. Also, you know, normals in general are pretty strong in 6, and yeah, like, sure, she might have like a really long and safe slide, but like every character in that game can just do drive rush, crouching medium kick, and you know, so people are going to be really controlling the neutral. So I don't really think that this playstyle is going to carry over in a big way. I would definitely like to see her as, you know, a high-low, like poking type character, which is of course, you know, how she played in her origin game, Street Fighter 3. Here in Third Strike, you know, she is one of the lower tier characters in the game. She's somewhere around middle of the pack, maybe a little bit below that, but she has a lot of cool mechanics to her. Of course, once again, she is a very high-low focused character with more overheads than basically anyone else in the cast. She also has a really good throw game in Third Strike. She has a long-reaching Kara throw, kind of similar to Chun-Li. She can grab you from what feels like really far away, and she has heavy kick normals that make her airborne, so she can really bait the opponent if they're trying to throw tech. You can deal huge damage and stun using this heavy kick, so that's a really fun kind of mini game she has. I definitely wouldn't be surprised if like spinning beat is her level 1 super, and maybe they'll make healing her level 2, since they have tended to kind of make the utility supers and the install supers level 2. So, you know, utility super like healing could be an interesting level 2, and since it won't be tied to losing HP like an ultra gauge, that would be a lot more fair. And I think for her level 3, it's got to be Brave Dance, right? I mean, this is kind of already like a cinematic move, so I'm sure they're going to go crazy and like zoom in the camera and do all kinds of crazy stuff with it in SF6, or maybe they'll like, you know, create a new super that is inspired by some of the elements of this. But yeah, I would really like to see that. And, you know, even though, again, Elena is one of the more hated characters, the last time we saw her playable, I think she has a lot of potential to be really, really cool in 6. And I feel like that's something they've done a really great job with in Street Fighter 6 in general, is reworking these old characters. You know, characters like Ed and Rashid and DJ, like, people really, really like the way that they've reformatted these characters in a new game, and I think that they definitely have the potential to do the same thing to Elena. And then, of course, we have M. Bison, who, yeah, it feels like M. Bison plays a little differently in every game. Like, we never get the same Bison twice. In Street Fighter 6, he was really crazy. He has the teleport dash, and when he's in his V-trigger, he can actually cross you up with the teleport, which is just amazing. But, of course, he was also missing some things in this game. You know, he didn't have his iconic Psycho Crusher special move anymore. Instead, he has the Psycho Orb, and you have to spend EX to make it a fireball. He had this fireball in Street Fighter Alpha, so I guess they brought that back. I wonder if we'll see that again. In some versions of Street Fighter 2, he was an absolute monster. You know, Psycho Crusher is a really crazy move, like even on block in this game. So yeah, you know, and Bison is also like a really good throw character in Street Fighter 2. He has like really ridiculous throw range and great ways to set it up. But also, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if they go a little bit crazy and kind of rework him completely. It's something that they've done in like every other game. It feels like Bison never really plays the same 2 games in a row. And you know, maybe now with the lore, since he's allegedly been dead, right? So like he's gonna come back. They're gonna have to explain that, and maybe he'll be like, you know, super juiced up on the psycho power or something. I don't know. I would like to see what they do with him. So yeah, really no clue what to expect. I'm sure we'll probably see some variation of his knee press nightmare, or maybe a super psycho crusher like he had in the Marvel games and the Alpha games. And I think it would be really cool if we could see his Ultra 2 come back, the Psycho Punisher. This was a super unique move for Bison, and you could do tricky stuff with it. Like it could anti-air, you could be unpredictable and they don't know, are you going to hit on the front or the back? You can steer it, similar to like his Devil's Reverse special move. So yeah, I just thought this was a really badass move. I'd like to see that come back as one of his supers. We'll have to wait and see if like maybe his V trigger from 5 is going to come back as his level 2. They've done that with a few characters like Blanca. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see, but I'm definitely excited. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Which character are you most excited for? And what do you think Capcom is going to do with these SNK characters that, you know, they're going to be back in Capcom's development hands for the first time in like over 20 years, which is really crazy. So yeah, I can't wait. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everybody.